Hello everyone, welcome to Basically Netta. I'm Netta, and in this video I'm going to test out 4 different kinds of hooks, crochet hooks that I bought and was gifted to, and let's see how they pan out. So I have I went to Dollarama. Dollarama is a Canadian dollar store. So I found these and I was like, let's see if I can check if these are good quality. And then I decided that, my friend gave me a furls for Christmas and I wanted to see if there's anything in between it. I know there's the clover leaf ones, clover more ones. Those were a little farther for me to go get right now because they're from, I can probably get them from Michael's, but it's been a while for me to go out. So I'm not gonna go and buy those, but I did get one from Walmart, and then I had gotten this what is this Prem one from Fabricland a few months ago. So I'm going to try so these two are a little bit on the higher level. So this is $40, I believe, 40 Canadian, probably a bit different, maybe more or something like that, but this was a gift. This was a Christmas gift. So the frills, and then this is the Prim, which is originally was $23.49, but I bought it for $10.57 on the Black Friday. And then we have this Love Knitting, which was $5 at Walmart, 5 something at Walmart. And then we have a whole set of hooks from Dollarama for $4.50. So there's there's 6 of them, and there's a 3mm, 3.5, 4mm, 5mm, 5.5, and a 6mm in this kit. So let's see how they work. The furls is a 4mm, I believe, and the Prim is a 4.5. If you can see. So yeah, this is a 4mm. So I'm going to try them out and see how they go. Oh, and this one is a 5mm because I didn't really have a 5mm. I usually use these ones from Walmart, and they're pretty good, but I wanted to try out some ergonomic ones, and that's why I decided to buy these ones to see how they work. And my friend gave me this one, so we'll see how it works for me. Maybe I'll just try to make some granny squares or something with each one, and we'll see how it goes. So let's see how the Dollarama ones are, because they're the cheapest ones. Let's just get all 6 out, and right off the bat I can see that they're, if you can see, their hook size is a bit weird looking. Let me see it. This is a 6 and this is a 6. So if you put these two together, this one's slightly bigger here than this. So let's see how it works. And I usually use a 4 or 4.5. Does this have a, yeah, there's the 4. Here's the 4. We'll use the 4. And put the rest of them back in here. Yeah, so let's see, let's make some granny squares. What shall we use? Let's use this, and maybe the pink, and blue. So let's start with the pink and see how this feels. This actually doesn't feel that bad. It actually feels very nice. So actually this works very nicely. See, I have no problem holding it and it's going very nicely. So yeah, I like this one. Let's do this again. Sorry. And 1, 2, 3. 1 and 1. 1, 2. It's, I think, for the people who actually like to hold their hooks very tightly and close, this is pretty good. If you like your hook to be further away, I wouldn't recommend this one, but it does work. It does the job fairly well, and I have no problem with it right now. So I can see myself doing this for a bit and not getting tired of it and not having my hand being hurt, which is kind of nice. And it's kind of nice to have this for this price there, which is like $4.50 divided by, let's see, what is it, $4.50 divided by 6, so that's 75 cents each of these hooks. So that's pretty good for hooks, crochet hooks. Yeah, so this part is not long, so if you don't like that, then I would not recommend this one, but it is pretty nice to work with. And let's close this off. So that I kind of like. And let's see how the other ones go. Well, maybe I should get a 4th one just so we can have, maybe I'll do the 4th one with the yellow, because there's 4 hooks. So that's the center, which we did very well. And now let's do, what, blue one? Or should we do this way? Let's do this. How should my, it'll all look okay. Let's try it this way. So now let's try the Love Knitting one, which is from Walmart. So this one had a very tight grip, like you can't slip your hands on it, but this one is, you can very much slip your hands on it. So let's do this. And I've used the clover more because my friend has it, and it feels much like these ones because it's the same, I think it's the same length as these and has the same feel on them, for me anyways. Yeah, this one glides better than this, just to let you guys know. So I would say if you want a cheap one, I would go with the Walmart one, but the Dollarama one is not that bad. Let's see how this goes. One, and try this again. Well, I think the Clover Amour one is about 11 something, so that's not bad in price either, but if you are on a budget, I would say these two are not bad for the price that they have. And we close this. So there's the second one. So far, so good. They're all working very well for me. And now let's try the prim. I know those ones have, like, the prim and the furls have higher length. So let's see how they work for me, because I like to hold my hooks a little closer to my hands, and these ones are a little shorter, so they work pretty well for me. Let's see how the prim pans out. Prim is pretty long. Prim, I think, it is longer than furl. Let's see. No, the furl is longer. Okay, so let's try the prim. So this one, we're going to go with the purple. Yeah, right off the bat, it feels a little farther away, so I have to adjust my way of doing things, because see, you have to hold it in your palm, and it's just a little harder to do, in my opinion. So let's see how this will pan out. Yeah, Well, it glides pretty well. If you want something that glides well, this is good for that. But, you know, it's a little harder to work with if you like to hold your like hook a little closer. This is not for that. You have to adjust your way of crocheting in this case. So it all goes like this. And yeah, it's not bad. It's just if you are used to holding it closer to your hands, this might give you a little of a challenge. See? Okay. And oh, we're almost done. One, and let's do one. Not letting me, yeah. I'm not 100% sure about this one because it's a bit slippery. Like if you have a yarn that is rough, that might be better for this, but these yarns are like very soft, so I don't know, it just glides and falls off. Like if that's what you want, then yes, the prim is good for it, but it's at 23.49. I wouldn't, like, it's a bit pricey for my budget. I bought it on sale for half off, so that's that. It'll probably be used, but I have a feeling that I'll probably use this one more. Let's see how the furl goes. And yeah, that was a gift, so it was really nice of my friend to give me that gift. Yeah. Put that one here. And so far. And let's put you back in the bag. Okay, now the furl. The furl is meant to be like this part, meant to be in your palm, the same way as this needs to be in your palm. So their hooks are pretty farther away, just so you know. Now let's do the yellow. This is pretty, like, they're all pretty light. They're not heavy at all, so it will not hurt your hands at all. And these are very easy to work with. This one, again, I have to adjust because I'm used to holding it closer to the hook, but now I have to learn to hold a little further back. And it's the same way as the prim. It's pretty easy to glide through your yarn, and it does what it needs to do, but it goes really fast. Like it just feels like it's going through very easily. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but you just have to adjust how you deal with each tool, right? If you are more of a holder, like you like to hold your hook closer to the hook part, then these ones are not for you. I'd say if you want a pricey one, go with the Clover more, because that one is more like these two. They're the same length, I believe, so that's how it would hold. But these ones are more of a longer hook size, and like your grip should be a little bit farther away, so it's a bit of a challenge for me because I like holding it longer, holding it closer, but these are longer. And they're all ergonomic, so they're not bad for your hands. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. I would not start crocheting with the furls if I never used it. Like, if I kind of see myself as an intermediate with crocheting, so I kind of like the challenge of having a different hook now and then, but it's up to the individual to figure out what kind of hook they like. And as you continue in your crocheting journey, you might find that, oh, you want to try different kinds of hooks to see if they're better for your hands or not. So yeah, these are the kind of things that will come to you if you are a beginner, and if you become more of an intermediate or like that kind, like more experienced in crocheting, then you probably want to see, because if you crochet a lot, like if you crochet every single day, then that might give a toll on your hands. So you might want to try some of the ergonomic ones and see if you like them or not. And yeah, the furl ones are a very big luxury, I would say. They are nice and pretty, and the thing with the furls is that they don't come in anything lower than a 4mm, I think, or a 3mm, because it would get harder for them to make them, especially when it's like the wooden ones. And I think the resin ones don't come at all with the lower millimeter, like the 2mm or 1mm. Those ones are definitely not there, because they break and they can't make them. But I think the Prim has the lower ones, so if you want to try something that is longer in the same style, the Prim would probably be your next step to go for a lower millimeter length hook, because they're made out of plastic, so they do make them. I saw when I was buying this one, which is a 4.5, I saw a 3.5, 2.5, 1mm, I think, as well. So it's all up to you what you want to try, but yeah, they're all there. They are available for everybody. So here's how the granny square came out. So I did this row with this, and it was kind of fun, and my hand was pretty fun working with it. I would say if you are on a budget, try going for the Dollarama one in Canada or the Walmart one, because these ones work perfectly fine. They did these two and they glided perfectly fine. But if you are in, like, if you have the budget and you want to spend your money on a more luxury hook, I would say go with the prim or try a furl. Furls are, if you have the money for it, like, they could go up to like $60 or maybe more. But if you have the money for it, go ahead and try it. They're very nice and pretty, and it's kind of nice to treat yourself once in a while. I would say the prim is kind of in between it. So yeah, use what you want to try and see what you can do. But on their budget, these two were perfectly fine. So even if you're a beginner and you want to try something, I would say you can definitely try these. This is from Walmart and this is from Dollarama. So so that was my conclusion. I was pretty surprised that these two actually work very well. I was kind of thinking that this one, because this one is Walmart and I tend to buy a lot of Walmart stuff because their stuff are quality, that they actually work. So I was thinking that this would be a good budget one. And the Dollarama, I was actually thinking that it might not work because my friends were like, oh no, Dollarama, I don't think it's gonna work. That's $1 something, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, don't be so pessimistic towards the dollar budgeting stores, because at the end of the day, most of these hooks are made in the same factories. So if you find something in the Dollarama or your Dollar Tree or whatever, if you look at the hooks, they have the same kind of hooks as each other. So if you look at these, they do the same thing. They're the same kind of hook size. So yeah, I wouldn't bother not buying them. At least try them. Yeah, so that was my conclusion. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please press the thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.